with Russ Wilcox, the games manager. And Russ, that's a brilliant victory, isn't it?
It is. If you just said at half time we're going to win that game, chalk and cheese performance, but fantastic mentality, from the group. I thought, to be fair to BPA, did a job on us first half. Shanks playing the 10 causes all sorts of problems with his fantastic goal as well. So it was regroup at half time. Again, we had to change the shape. We've had to do that too many times for my liking, but we changed the shape and it obviously worked. We got that early goal, which was all important. And then obviously got the second goal and couldn't quite put them to bed. Had 3 or 4 chances, 3v1s to go through. And you're always nervous right to the death because all they need is one chance to get that equaliser. But we saw the game through well, and it's a real big 3 points for us.
What do you put that first half display down to?
We put up on the board mentality, basics, winning first contacts. We didn't win our duels, individual duels. They were better than us. They run harder than us, which not going to happen while I'm in charge of this group. That's the main protocol. You've got to run harder than the opposition, and we showed that second half. Everybody run harder. We played better with the ball through hard work, through winning more duels, through winning more second balls, allowed us to get more possession. I thought Javel was outstanding second half as well. He tortured their left back a little bit, or their left backs. I think they ended up with about 3 there, and that was the difference in the game. But it's like I say, it's a great win for us because it keeps the home record going. We've not been beat here this season, so we've got to keep that going as long as we can, and hopefully it moves us up the table.
And it just shows something about the character of the team to come from behind and win, doesn't it?
Yeah, I just said that in there. If you haven't got character, you haven't got togetherness, then you don't win those kind of games. You probably lose 2-3 in those kind of games. So the mentality from the group, the togetherness from the group is really strong, and but it's going out there and showing that, because I thought first half we were really poor. I thought BPA were good, but we can be a lot better than that, and we showed that second half. So big credit to the lads.
Finally, from me, you got your 2 new players on. How do you feel they got on?
Yeah, I did well. It's I know Danny Devine, from my time last year at Farsley. Justin's come in from Halifax. He's just 19. He's a good size. We're looking for a little bit more physicality at the top end of the pitch as a different option. And I thought both players did well when they come on. It'd be nice if Justin, could have gone through and finished that chance he had, but he's going to be an handful. And they both create competition, which I think we've needed. I think we've lacked that a little bit. People now who's holding the shirts know that there's people breathing down the neck, and that's always a good thing at a football club.
Okay, thank you.
Well, how important is it that you've remained unbeaten at home?
Yeah, huge. Yeah, huge for the mentality side, and no disrespect to BPA. They're sort of hovering down there a little bit. So if we'd have got beat by a lower end team, it takes a lot away from what you've done. But these are the kind of wins that shows you as a manager you've got a good group in there. That tells me all about the group today, which is brilliant. And this first half performance was unacceptable, but the second half performance was really good, and that's the key. And we had the quality, we had the energy, to turn the game on its head and pick up 3 points.
You talked about how good your team were in the second half. Was it a shame that they didn't capitalise on it and really kill the game off at the end?
Yeah, you want that third goal. The game's dead. But they, to be fair, they've thrown the kitchen sink at us. They put the centre half up front. They looked at the threat from set pieces at 2-1, and you just need that third goal it just kills their enthusiasm. Then they know that the game's done. But while ever it's 2-1, it means you've got to fight and scrap right to that last second. But that's what we did. I thought we seen the game out fairly well. A couple of little bits that you want done better, but it's never going to be perfect when you're holding on to a lead. But I thought we seen the second half pretty comfortably.
Of course, you won in the end, so it doesn't really matter. But at the end of the first half, that penalty that wasn't given, what did you make of that?
I think everybody in the stadium must be wrong and the ref must be right. I think he was the only one who wasn't going to give a penalty on that decision. I've gone quite far away, but everybody who was round it, Bobby himself, there's massive contact. The lad just flown into him, and it's a nailed-on penalty. So I'm pleased I'm not talking about that in a negative way, But again, we showed great character, great togetherness to turn the situation on its head.
You were a bit closer to the red card. Javella was causing a lot of trouble. He was on who was taken down. How impressed you were with him?
Yeah, he's excellent. You know, and he's. I think what's good about the group, not just Javella, is that we're very versatile. Again, we started 3-5-2. We went 4-4-2. You know, with the same personnel, which tells you a lot about the group, the flexibility of the group. And I wanted to play him as a 10. I think he's done really well as a 10, but he obviously is a winger by trade, and he was outstanding. You know, once we got him on the ball, and we just kept saying to George at right back, just give him the ball, just keep giving him the ball, and Javelle, trust yourself. You know, you've got the quality to beat players. So he was outstanding, but I thought his second half performance was outstanding as well, and a lot of that's down to strong mentality.
And finally, you talked about the debutants, but how happy are you to have Ashley Jackson full time now, permanently?
Yeah, delighted. It's not just Ashley Jackson the player, it's Ashley Jackson the person. Full of experience, 29 years old, been there, done it at this level, got promotion with Scarborough from this level. Trains and plays exactly the same, fantastic attitude, great character to have around the group. Really, really pleased. You know, we've got him on a permanent. It frees a loan up as well, so we've obviously brought Justin in, but we've still got another loan if we need one. But he's an important part of the group.
Thanks, Russ.
Just to finish from me, 517 through the gate, a real feel-good atmosphere around the ground before, during and after.
Yeah, and you know, if they'd have built at half time, I wouldn't have blamed them, because I thought we were really poor first half. But they stuck with us, and what we did second half is we got that early goal. I think that was key. We got that early goal, and you know, they just brought us through in the end. Fantastic turnout. Hopefully there'll be more the next home game. You know, come and join us. You know, we're going well at home, so you know, get your mates to come down for the next game if you possibly can.
And 2 away games now.
2 away games, yeah, two tough games. No easy games at this level. I think it showed that today. You know, I said to the players before the game, you know, this is a game that every fan who turns up supporting us today expects a win. And football doesn't work that way, but that's the pressure that we put on ourselves today, and we responded to that really well, certainly with that second half performance.
3 points today. Enjoy your weekend, Russ.
Thank you, Andy.